One kid became $100 million NBA phenom, the others clocking into a shift at the local Walmart. But for one viral night, their worlds collided forever. And that's why the internet still calls him the Zion Destroyer. I know it's just a joke, though. I couldn't even make a G League roster. But honestly, who cares? Just look at us now. Two different lives crossing paths one more time. 2017 inches, a South Carolina high school gym. End of the third quarter. 13-year-old eighth grader Bryson Bishop got the nod from his coach to step up and lock down the #1 high school player in the nation. 6'7", 285-pound Zion Williamson. Before he checked in, coach told Bryson 3 words: stick to him. Bryson's squad was down by over 30. He walked right up to Zion's face, clapping his hands to get himself hyped. Zion looked down at this kid barely reaching his chest, confused as hell looking at the other bench, like his face was literally saying, "Y'all are really doing this right now." The whole gym went absolutely electric. Everybody was just waiting to see how bad this kid was going to get posterized. But over the next few possessions, he played like a straight-up pit bull, hounding Zion from the backcourt. When Zion tried to bring the ball up, Bryson stayed in his jersey, caught a shoulder and hit the deck hard. That's an offensive foul right there. Bryson took that hit like a champ. When the final buzzer sounded, Zion dropped an easy 36, leading his team to a 78-54 dub. But the only thing people remembered was the small white kid who wouldn't quit. And the wild part is, Bryson wasn't just out there for cardio. He actually drained 3 triples, letting the whole world know, I'm not just here to be another highlight reel victim. That footage went nuclear on the web, racking up 7 million views in 2 days. Even Pat Bev noticed, tweeting out that he loved the kid's energy. But what most people don't know is that wasn't the only time they clashed. They faced off 5 more times in high school. Bryson's team took the L every time, and most of them weren't even close. The funny thing is, Bryson actually thought about transferring to Zion's school, just to play 1 year with the future #1 pick. But their stories became 2 different rivers, flowing to completely different worlds. Zion lived up to every bit of the hype, three-peated in high school, then Duke, #1 pick, and NBA All-Star starter. And what about Bryson? His high school run was actually legendary. Junior year, he grew to 5'9", averaged 25 a game, won a state title, and took home the MVP. Senior year, he hit 6 foot flat, carried him back to the finals, dropping a game-high 23, leaving as a back-to-back champ. To end his high school chapter, the school respected his grind so much, they actually retired his jersey. But college scouts weren't buying the hype. Only 2 D1 schools offered him a walk-on spot. He ended up at Birmingham Southern. Once he got there, he chose to rock Zion's #1 jersey, putting up 7 a game, shooting 91% from the line, even made the conference all-star team. After graduation, Bryson faded away from the spotlight. No pro contracts were waiting for him. He went back to his roots, helping his parents move weight at Walmart, while at the same time, Zion was tearing up the league, becoming one of the most dominant young stars in the game. But the script of fate always has one more page to turn. 2022, before a Pelicans preseason game, a familiar face appeared outside the locker room. Bryson was standing in the tunnel, just waiting for the squad to come out. Zion walked out and recognized him immediately. They shared a laugh and a hug, then naturally stood side by side. Bryson dropped into his defensive stance. Zion looked away with that same grin, bringing back that classic moment from 5 years ago. The coolest moment of my life. Bryson posted on his socials. He gave Zion his college jersey. Zion saw it was #1 too, and joked that he picked the right number. Later on a podcast, JJ Redick showed Zion the footage. Zion said, "I'll never forget that, brother." His teammates had already checked out, but he was the only one still fighting. He walked up clapping, just trying to give his team some life. I got nothing but respect for him. At the end of the day, there's no Hollywood comeback story here. Bryson's still working that Walmart shift, just getting up shots at the park every once in a while. And Zion, he's still Zion with the All-Star Max contract, living under the bright lights. But when you look back at that one moment, you'll realize Bryson actually won a long time ago. Not the game on the scoreboard, but something much bigger. It's called respect. In this world, there are some people who aren't meant to be the #1 pick or stand on the big stage for the fans, but they use their own stubborn pride to leave their mark on someone's heart in a way that never fades away. Just like Zion said, he taught me one thing: you can lose to anyone on the court, but you can never lose to yourself. Look at them 10 years later, facing off one last time. No basketball in sight, no score to keep, just two kids from different worlds. On opposite ends of life, sharing a smile and a moment.